I think this comes down to Oklahoma's defense just putting Texas's offense in a bit of a blender. I just think that we saw it last week with that Florida defense. I think that OU's defense is better. I think it's maybe the best in the country right now, and that's bad news for this Texas team that doesn't really have much in the way of an offensive identity other than I don't know, just kind of flailing around and seeing what happens, missing big plays, not being able to run the ball, having an offensive line that is somehow putrid despite all the money that they have on hand to get these guys. They're not performing well. I don't know if their offensive line coach is starting to feel some pressure, especially after last week, but ultimately, give me OU in a rock fight here.
I'm just going to play devil's advocate here. What if last week finally triggered something where Sark, what if they figured it out this week heading into this game and Texas figures it out and the offensive line plays the way they're supposed to and Arch has time for the first time here in a few weeks and he hits on some of these big plays and doesn't miss all these throws that he's been missing, and his footwork is much better that we've talked about and videos all over the internet are showing right now. What if all that hits and then on the other side you're asking Michael Hawkins to keep up? That's where
right.
that's where I'm like, can I see Michael Hawkins beating Texas? That's my question right now. And that's also with an Oklahoma offense that still has big questions running the ball. Blaylock's been a nice little piece here the past few weeks, but Jaden Ott's been MIA pretty much. So this Texas defense is much better than what they showed a week ago.
That's true. I still view them really as one of the better defenses in the country. And that this game against Oklahoma, they're going to come to play. So I'm not worried about that. But that all of it just kind of steers me towards a low scoring game. We might see a special teams touchdown in this one or a defensive touchdown that gets a little bit more points on the board. But I think both offenses end up kind of in the mud. To answer your devil's advocate questions, those are good what ifs, and we have years of sample with Sark at Texas to lead us to believe that it's possible, right? And they have Ryan Wingo, they have Emmett Mosley back finally. I don't think they're going to be able to run the ball at all though in this spot. But the questions about can Arch actually do something here? Some of the Texas fans were really kind of squinting and trying to say that Arch. The big takeaway was how good Arch looked last week. I think if that's your takeaway, then you need to get rid of those burnt orange colored sunglasses. I mean, he wasn't awful. He wasn't the number one reason why they lost, but was he really helping them out that much? I don't think so. I think he was costing them more often than not. So ultimately, I have a hard time trusting Arch against a defense like this in this particular setup.